You are now listening to a new season of Man Shut Up. I am WallyWorld. That's right. Check this out. Hey, season 4, we in this thing, we back, baby. I hope that you guys enjoyed the break. Talking about my counterparts, my comrades. For the ones who are subscribers, man, we appreciate you for still subscribing and taking the time on your busy day and your busy schedule and your busy life to give a few minutes to us so we can just give you something to think about. If you're new here and you just subscribed, hey, how about this? This is Man Shut Up, where men can talk about regular stuff that they don't have to be judged or slandered or denigrated. No Mr. or Mrs. Me Too. We could just say what we feel. And I know right now we are in season 4. Crazy. But for the ones that don't know, you have season 1 and 2 and 3. Where season 1, we just gave you a little introduction to what we do while we're here. Season 2, we gave you a little bit more. We opened up a little bit more. Pause. And then season 3, we just gave you a little bit of that heat just to start the stove up. But now season 4, we're going to really get technical. We're going to really now give you more than what you asked for. But before I do that, I gotta represent my comrades. Quentin, what it do, dog? Because we're not gonna be sitting up there and be giving up these, these nicknames that we talk, we give. No, we need the people to know who you are. Quentin, how are you? Also known as Q. We got Shad over here. What's good, my boy? What's good? We over here, Rashad. What's going on, Rashad? Not Rashad Tate from Power. Mika, what's up? I gotta just do my kisses from afar because she's way in the back. But Tamika, professionally, how are you? Your mama named you Tamika. I'm gonna call you Tamika. But right now, we just vibing and relaxing, and we had a break to get our minds right. And as I was taking my break, enjoying myself, doing the transition in my life, I came up across something that I really want to speak on, but I've had this information in my head since season 2, but I just feel like it wasn't the time. I feel like now is the time, because the title of this one is No Means No. Listen, this might get a little personal, but right now, before it gets personal, I want you, if you got your granddaddy in there, if you got your uncles, your cousins, you got your pastor, you got your kids, you got your mama, I might need her to remove herself right now. Because those same said people might be the same said people that I'm about to talk about in this one right here. And it might get really triggering. So I don't want nobody to do that. I'm going to give you a minute. Well, let me just sip my water, because I don't even do the alcohol. Yes. Good pure H2O. So now let's get to it. No means no. Did you know that I was looking up Quentin? Or should I go back to Q? You don't like that, do you? I see your face. Look, Q, I was sitting up there and I had this thing built up for basically 2 years. Do you know that I was looking up some information and it said that 49% of my black queens, my black women, have been raped or MOL. I think they know how to say the rest of the word. I don't like that, which I'm about to go deep. Y'all, bear with me. See, this is why I don't like sexualizing our black women. Our black women have been sexualized for a long time. And I'm going to tell you that a lot of us as men, we have been built into this same culture of sexualizing our women. They can't even breastfeed. Giving the nutrients to said children, we now have to look at their breasts and sexualize their breasts while they're feeding their children. That's kind of awkward when you really look at it. Do you know that there are men that say, because she is wearing said thing, she's supposed to get what she deserves because she's wearing that said thing, but it's only us in our minds sexualizing her in that manner. I understand that everybody think it's a man's world, but honestly, that is not. That's not forgiving for me. As a said black man, I want to let it be known that that is not it. That is terrible. And we must do better. I say this all as a counterpart of all of us because I add myself into these situations. Because we all men look at some point or another and say, hey man, good God Almighty. Doesn't mean it's right. And I had to recreate myself to let it be known that is not right. That I had to now go back and re-educate myself to say, bruh, those are other men that were looking at our said mothers the same way. For the ones who've been breastfed or so. The ones who looked at our sisters the same way. The ones who looked at our cousins the same way. And look at our potential daughters the same way. I want you to think about that. Because I think us as men, we don't think about that. We think about it because as long as they ain't none of our people, it doesn't matter. Out of sight, out of mind, right? That's incorrect. No means no. This is the time where I stay here and be honest and I say that means no. And I'm about to get deeper, so they better brace themselves. Because remember I said those same people that I told you to come out the room? I got something for them in a minute. Because it's really pissing me off. And I'm trying to hold it as much as I can. Y'all know me. Even though I'm changing my life for the better, I still have that fire inside of my gut when I have to speak what I got to speak. The sexualization of that, the sexualizing of such, is incorrect. They have made our women feel like that they have to be sexual just to get our attention these days. Then we sit around and we ask why we can't get the woman that we claim that we want. Because now look what we've created. We've created women now that feel like they got to make their butts bigger, even if it looks terrible and look like wisdom teeth, just to get a man's attention. We have now made them to almost make themselves delusional to think that they did that because they want to make themselves look and feel better when technically they were good all by themselves without it. We as men have to encourage them to continuously tell them how beautiful they are. For the ones that are around me, the ones down to my mothers, all the way up, friends, everything, I always tell them how great they are, how beautiful they are. Every relationship that I've been in, I've always told that said lady that she's beautiful. Because I always want it to be known that if you say that she's beautiful before somebody else will, you don't know what type of energy that mean by beautiful to them. Because that beautiful could mean, ooh, I really just want to have sex. But your beautiful mean that you actually beautiful with or without what you about to do and put on for the day. You don't understand how much that enlightens and sparks up the confidence before they walk out the door, fellas. Not saying that you guys don't do it, but I'm talking to the ones who don't do it and then have a complaint. Let me explain something to you. You can't say no means no when you're not doing what you're supposed to do when it comes to that, which is for free. I want you to just think about what I said. Our women now have been watching videos, have been persuaded now by music, have been persuaded by so many things, and none of us men really have said anything to ease their minds. Now, do I know that every woman is not entitled to get these things, but it has to start somewhere. Maybe they will be appreciative when you open up doors, and they'll be appreciative when you say a compliment, and they won't think that you're trying to holler and put your number in their phone. Maybe we can stop all the ayo, hey shorty, ay, and those type of things, maybe. Maybe we can stop the grabbing of arms and grabbing of side hips and things like that. Maybe we'll know how to hug somebody with appropriately instead of trying to hug and try to grope at the bottom. You know, we all did these things because we all seen said men in the past do these things, and we felt as though that was okay, but it doesn't mean it was okay. If we're going to sit there and blame those same said fathers who was not in these ladies' lives, then we have to blame those same said fathers who didn't teach us correctly how to treat a woman. Pay attention. That's a gem there. If we're going to sit there and get mad at these ladies because they didn't do things for their mothers or they allowed their mothers to do certain things, then we have to do the same things to protect these same people like we would protect our mothers and sisters and cousins and nieces and daughters. Don't you agree? It all goes hand in hand. But speaking of hand in hand, why is it that 50% of my women, you thought I forgot. Why is it that almost 50%, half of my women out here in this world that's moving mountains, real talk, fellas. Mika, you know I'm about to get into it. Why? Do you know out of those 50%, 42% of them have been from family members or family members' friends of family? That means that brothers have been doing this to them. Their own brothers, their own cousins, their own mama's boyfriends, their own mama's husbands, their own next door neighbors, their old pastors. I said get them out the room. Crazy thing about it is that some of these said mothers know about these things, but would rather turn their cheek than address the situation. And I don't like that. How are we as mothers going to sit there and not listen to our daughters and expect them to do better in the world and trust in the future? We are now seeing a lot of ladies that are older in their day are still afraid to trust men, all because it could have been avoided by the person knowing that no means no. As a man, you see it all the time. See, Q and Rashada, see, you've never been in a situation where you can feel the woman's not really being comfortable with you in the bedroom because why should they? You ain't gotta know that situation. Most of these ladies won't even tell you. They won't. I don't like it. And because of those said things being done now, the way they think that they have to search for love is to be in a sexual place, the same sexual place that we sexualize to make them feel either greater than for the moment or less than for everything else. That's some bullshit. Don't you understand that? I see you putting your thumb up, Tamika, but I really don't want to have a kudos to this because this should have been addressed. Fellas, I'll tell you right now, we can't blame the world on everything. Sometimes we gotta look at what we do. And it can't be don't do as I say, but do as I do. We can't have that mentality because we see that even in the household is bull ass too. Who's setting the examples, or we're just gonna pass it to somebody else? Sometimes there are reasons why the effect is so grand. There is a cause. To sit back and I hear my black ladies, my black powerful women, my black queens say they afraid to walk in a store and walk past multiple men at a door because they just know what they about to get. Not even getting the opportunity to say no because those same said men feel obligated. To be now called every name in the book. To now ask for a number and sit there in desperation to see if that phone would ring. Now these ladies have to give you the real number just to block you later because they're afraid of what's gonna happen next. Afraid that you're gonna follow them to the car like stalkers. Afraid that you're gonna assault them because you don't get your way. And we're watching now that it's been more assaults than ever before because men are acting like should I continue or should I wait? The same pastors you sure have grown does not mean in a positive way for some. I don't like that. Because the majority of my black women go right to the Sky Daddy in the first place to try to get a peace of mind. And some of them can't even get a peace of mind there. For you dirty nigga, you dirty. And I'm gonna tell you right now, ladies, I know that you've been masking this for a long time. For the ones who have felt this, I feel your pain. As a black man, I'm here for you, and I'm here to stand with you through your pain if you can hear it in my voice. I said we're gonna bring season 4 with a bang, didn't we? We're gonna bring it with a bang. Cause who's gonna do it if nobody's gonna do it? No means no, my guys. I've been taught that since a little jit. I taught that when the woman say no, you put your hands up. That means it's no. That means final. That is an answer. No is an answer. No means nothing. You don't have to explain why you're saying no. Because you went and bought the gas and you bought the liquor and you had the establishment and you did all those other things and you bought this and bought that for the agenda, for it to backfire on you does not mean that you're obligated. So the same ones that want to take a girl out and fly her out and take her on trips and demand cheeks and think that you're supposed to receive cheeks because you did that is no different than you thinking that you could take dollars to your baby mama and think you're going to go to court and say that you bought something because they're going to tell you that was just a gift. Understand the person that you are in front of and make sure that it's mutual before we do this and consensual. Make sure that's what it is. Make sure y'all on the same equal wavelength and same equal mindset, and maybe you don't have those problems. Because no means no, no matter where you are. Because you out of sight and out of mind does not mean it continues to be, because there's a lot of women right now who just really just want to have a good time and really was offered when they really didn't have to even go to be put in an uncomfortable situation. And some of you are the ones that's wanting to expose it on videos. I thought that was only what women did. We as men knew that that's what women did. Even though if it's right or wrong, we knew that was just not in our culture. But we are noticing that some of y'all are acting like that. And I don't like that. How can we expect our women to respect us as leaders and we don't have the nerve to respect their wishes and them? Not understanding the continued trauma of 50% of people that they trusted to violate them. You know what's so crazy about this? Is that some of these people are still in their lives. Still checking on them on Facebook, still calling their phones, still want to be a part of family, still showing up at cookouts and family reunions. Living on with their life with no care in the world, when these people that have been traumatized, that's a good word, have to swallow the trauma just to continue on throughout the day. A mental prison, if you will. You gotta fight for cat, it's no need. Dirty nigga. That's a mental problem. And I'ma say this right now, that if anybody that's been around me in life have ever been through that, it's between me and you, and we could talk about it. We have to start talking about it and making them have a space where they feel like it's not gonna go outside of that, because if we're leaders like we say we are, we have to first be willing to listen. And I don't think we're listening hard enough, guys. Give me a second. Just gave me a moment because I had to think about that, man. I got sisters and mothers and nieces just like all the rest of us. And I never want to hear that day, because that day is going to turn ugly. It's going to get really bad. I visualize myself and where I would be if those people that I deem to me that I love the most, no matter where they are, ever had to come to me and tell me what they really felt like. It's all about comfort, and even saying no should still make you comfortable. Listen to what these ladies are saying and watch the actions of what these ladies are showing you. Ladies, I need you to find men that you really, really trust. A man should never have to force you to do anything that you don't want to do. And if he does do it without your will, say something. Speak out. You are not alone. Give the people what they deserve so you could be free. All yes are not good yes, and all no's are not good no's. Just understand that when you see the sign says stop, you actually do. Again, thank you guys for listening. We are back in season 4. I told you it's about to get real nasty. If you want to, listen, if you want to follow us, you know, like, share, subscribe. You know what's going on. You know what's going on. As I sit here and wipe my tears from my face, hey, look, hey, appreciate you for that tissue, my boy. If I gotta start expressing what I really feel inside. I hope that we can get our queens to do the same, and I hope we can get so many people to come to the forefront and say that they were wrong. Because you don't know what you're doing to these people. You don't know how their lives feel, and they don't even realize how they alter their lives, all because they now it just becomes just a regular routine that it should not be. And I don't like it, I said. I don't like it. I have so many things in my mind. I love all of y'all. Again, if you have music, business, and event, you know to hit me. FlameGameTime84@gmail.com. Let's give them your flowers while you're living. Do you feel me? As always, love yourself, love each other, be mindful, and be wise. And before I go, I want to say this to all women, but especially my black women. Say something. I love you. Peace. Peace.